Welcome back to PSL Living. I'm Sarah Prohaska, Public Information Officer. Keep Port St. Lucie Beautiful has been busy working with neighborhoods, working with local businesses to keep our city clean. And Anna Marie Colanese, Keep Port St. Lucie Beautiful coordinator, is here to tell us about some of the events that she's been working with the past couple months and some of the things that are coming up on the horizon. Thank you, Anna Marie, for coming. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And we have a special guest today. This is Esteban. Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Esteban Rivera. I'm a resident of Newport Isles.
All right. And Esteban's going to tell us a little bit about you've been working with Newport Isles on the Adopt a Street program, correct?
Yes, they just had a community cleanup. They're also part of our Adopt a Street program. But recently they held a big community cleanup.
Okay.
And they were able to get residents out and clean up their community, which was
About how many residents were you able to
we got
get?
roughly about 25 to
Wow.
35 residents came out on a Saturday, and we basically met at the clubhouse and we spread out to the community. And each group took a section of our community, which is a very big community because we have about 500 single-family homes, 250 condominiums. So we basically spread out and we cleaned up, and then after we met at the clubhouse for coffee, cake, and to meet your neighbor.
Yeah, it's a good way to meet some neighbors that you didn't know before.
It worked out so good that we're actually going to do it once a month, and we're going to have a barbecue once a month, so residents can get out and clean, and you get to meet your neighbor, and you do something for the community.
Exactly. And when did you start doing this? January?
I've been with Port St. Lucie, Keep Port St. Lucie Beautiful now going on 3 years.
Oh, okay.
So I always go out to the programs to clean, and I just started in our community doing it.
Perfect. And did it make a visible difference? Did you collect a lot?
Definitely made a definitely visible.
Yeah. And it's great you're going to do it all month because it takes work. You can't just let it go. You pick up some trash and next thing you know there's more. So it takes constant effort to keep your neighborhoods clean.
And it worked out so good. We have residents that are basically going out on their own and cleaning up. So
perfect.
So it's a constant program. Like I said, once a month we all meet to do it, but we have residents that go out twice a week and do it. That's
wonderful. Just taking care of their own, taking care of their areas. It's good. All right.
What's nice is they're getting the children involved. They're getting everybody involved in the community. Promoting Keep Port St. Lucie Beautiful. I mean, we'd love to see other HOAs do this.
And if HOAs are interested, I know you've got quite a few that you work with, but if there are any more out there who would like to start a program like this, how do they get in contact with you?
They can call me at 873-6312. I'll be happy to tell them all about Keep Port St. Lucie Beautiful. We can give them supplies. We can help them get started to figure out what's best for their community. And then being part of the whole Adopt a Street program, they can have a sign with their community name on it.
Okay, wonderful. And like you said, they usually give you the supplies you need, right? When you have these monthly.
Give you all the supplies and all the support that you need.
All right.
Anytime you like, you can call Anne Marie and she will help you out with all support.
Wonderful. Okay. And right, so besides HOAs, I know lately it seems like we've had a lot of businesses that have been teaming up with Keep Port St. Lucie Beautiful. And can you tell us about the cleanup you just did with McDonald's?
Yes, we had a wonderful cleanup on May 13th. McDonald's really wanted to be a part of what we're doing, and they want to be a part of the community. So we partnered with them. We went out there. We set up a booth. We had supplies for all the residents or the volunteers that came out that day. McDonald's had Ronald McDonald there, which was great.
Yeah.
He doesn't usually come to events like that. He usually a lot of times goes to the hospitals. So it was really special that he was able to come out. They had managers from all their stores and staff to help and they set up a booth.
Okay.
They gave away giveaways. They were just so supportive. They advertised the event, and it was at the McDonald's at the Darwin, Port St. Lucie Boulevard location.
So it was at the Darwin and Darwin and Port St. Lucie Boulevard, like
Yes.
you said. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. And it was great because all the volunteers that went out, they were able to pick up a lot of trash. They went into different areas of the Southwest neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
So they were able to pick up a lot of trash. We were getting the word out to that end of the city.
Yeah.
And that's what we're looking to do in other neighborhoods.
Okay.
We want to hit all different sections. People came up they wanted to see what was going on,
Yeah.
or they were going into McDonald's
to get-
anyway.
to get some food.
Yeah, McDonald's gave out coupons.
Oh, great.
It's just they're
Yeah.
terrific to work with. They want their stores cleaned, and they also signed up for the Adopt a Street program.
perfect.
So
Okay.
there are two of their stores right here in Port St. Lucie. I mean, even their Fort Pierce locations wanted information. So I was able to give them the information for their community. So we try to help in more ways than just, hey, here's your supplies, go out and do a cleanup. We want to be supportive all year round to all the businesses, all the HOAs, anybody that's interested in keeping our city clean, picking up litter. I mean, we can't do it by ourselves. One
Yeah.
person can't do it. So
Yeah.
that's why the community involvement is so important. But they were just wonderful to work with.
That's great.
Yeah.
And Ronald McDonald coming out, I'm sure that gets it's good to get kids involved in this. Like you said, you have
Yes,
some
it is.
children live in your get them at the habit early. So
Yes.
Yes.
when they grow up, they instill it in their kids, but it's just something they do. Someone told me that their granddaughter was riding their bike and she was just picking up things and putting it in her basket as she drove around, and then she threw it all away when she got home. But that's just a great habit.
She was at the McDonald's
Oh, was
cleanup,
she? Okay.
and that's what made her.
Yeah.
She went home. She was out riding her bike with her grandfather, and she wanted to pick up litter. So there is a picture on Facebook.
Yeah.
With litter in her basket. It's really cute.
Yeah, and it's just a good way to get it in their heads early. And so it's just a habit. If you see something, don't leave it. Pick it up. you
And
know?
the kids know. A lot of the kids know. I mean, we're starting with them, but I ask the kids, I'll say, is it okay to litter? And they go, no.
Yeah.
I mean, with a lot of emphasis.
Yeah.
So, and maybe the kids can help the parents along
Exactly.
too.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have to start somewhere, and if we can reach the children, if we can reach the HOAs, if we can reach the adults and the businesses, we'll, with all of us involved picking up litter, our city will be cleaner than it already is.
Exactly. And then just to give a shout out to Keller Williams too. You recently did a cleanup with them.
Yes.
They're a real estate firm.
Yes.
And they came out and you picked up some on Crosstown, correct?
Yes, they're part of our Adopt a Street program, and they already adopted Crosstown Parkway, and they'll go out and they'll do cleanups. But once a year they have a red day, they call it, and it's a volunteer day for all their real estate offices. And this is the second year in a row that they've chosen to clean Crosstown Parkway.
Great.
And so Keller Williams was out there. What better way to have a partnership? They had 25 people out there from just one or two of their offices. I know they also had another event. They did something with Habitat for Humanity. So for them to come out and pick up litter, and it's funny because when they first came out and they said, oh, it looks so clean out there, but when they got onto the grass and you could see,
Yeah, there's cigarette butts.
Butts.
There's little things. Yeah, when you get out there, you'd be surprised how quickly you can fill up a trash bag. And when you're just driving by, it might not look too bad, but once you get out there, there's all kinds of things.
Right. So they were able to pick up 24 bags of trash.
Perfect. Wow.
Can't ask for anything more than that. So if we could have more residents doing that, more groups, whatever the community is, whatever your group is, to come out and do a cleanup, it helps.
Perfect. And again, the number, if there is a business out here watching, it is
873-6312.
Okay.
You can also go on the city website, cityofpsl.com, and there's information about Keep Port St. Lucie Beautiful on there. And I would love to hear from everyone.
Perfect. And okay, so we have a few, actually another big event I'd like to talk about that we just completed was your cleanup day.
Yes, we have an annual cleanup day, and we had it this year at City Hall, and it was a wonderful turnout. We had over 300 people come out.
Yeah, that's
we
great.
collected 1,400 pounds of trash just because people came out for the day to pick up litter. And I would like to mention that we had St. Lucie County. They were out there supporting us.
Good.
Our committee members were there, and we had Waste Pro and Walmart. So without our partners
Yeah,
and
and our-
without the help that we get from the government and the community and the businesses, it wouldn't be what it is.
Yeah.
So,
So
and we
that's-
sign up new Adopt a Street groups at the events.
That's
so
good.
Yeah.
We'll keep the word, keep spreading the message.
Yes.
That's a good way.
Yes.
So your next big event is going to be a little bit later in the summer, right?
Yes.
And that's going to be is it going to be the tree giveaway?
Yes, the
Okay.
tree giveaway, and that's Saturday, September 16th.
Okay.
We're working on that now.
Okay.
And we'll be giving away 400 trees. We have Japanese blueberry, gumbo limbo,
That's
pigeon plum, and Simpson stopper.
Okay.
The residents like it. They get to learn about the trees.
Yep.
So it's not just giving the tree out, it's the education that goes with it. This way they'll be able to maintain their trees, and that's important for our environment. So.
Yeah, exactly. And that's always a popular event. So save the date, September 16th.
Yes.
And another save the date that we already know about is going to be another hugely popular event, your hazardous household waste
Yes.
event, where people can drop off things that cannot go into the curbside trash.
Right. It's not good for the environment,
yeah.
and it needs to be disposed of properly. This year we had it in February due to Hurricane Matthew. We usually have it in October. We had a great turnout. I
Yeah.
mean, so many people came
Yeah.
out, and they were able to dispose of light bulbs, fluorescent lights, chemicals,
Chemicals,
oils,
paint, yeah.
pesticides, electronics.
Yeah.
So, and we have all our sponsors out there for that, Waste Pro, St. Lucie County. It's a great event.
Yeah. Okay. And that's going to be October
14th, Saturday,
so-
October 14th.
So we'll start thinking about that, putting it on our calendar so we remember
Yes.
to be around that day. And
Yep, the
drop off our
residents need
stuff.
to start putting their stuff to the
Yeah.
side now. Paint,
Exactly.
yep, all kinds of items, and put it aside now and be ready to come out. It'll be an easy event. When you drive through, you don't even have to get out of your car. So
Exactly.
we make it easy for the residents.
Great. Okay. Well, thank you both for coming on. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Esteban, and keep up the good work with Newport Isles.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds like you're doing great things, especially doing it so often as you do. That's fantastic. And Anna Marie, I appreciate you coming on. Thank
Thank you for having me.
No problem. And we'll be right back after these messages.